this. Ain't that pretty? That's just incredible. Hello. It's Sunday, and we've kind of been rained in for the last 2 days. We're gonna glass now. We're gonna burn from like 2020, I think. Yeah, we're just glassing. We don't really, not much to talk about other than we've been kind of rained in for like 2 days. It's like September 3rd, and it's been like 45, 50 degrees high, and like down to like freezing at night. But it's good now. It's pretty nice. I'm in a short sleeve, so I'm gonna glass now. I didn't see anything glassing, so head back to the truck, keep driving, and storms rolling in, so that's cool. Again, more storms. It is whatever. It's just kind of how it goes. So.
Well, no, you got to start off with like why, like how we came down this way.
We decided
you wanted to come down this way.
I wanted to come down this way because I'd marked it on Onyx earlier, like, hey, we could glass here. So I convinced Nathan to come down here. And
we glassed up the road a little bit before. There was some good glassing because there's a burn right here. And we didn't see anything, but Monkey had marked some other glassing spots.
So we came up here and we tried a few areas because we couldn't see these mountains to our right very well. And Nathan went a little too...
Well, so we were going to camp, right?
Yeah.
We were going to camp here in glass.
Yeah.
And so you started glassing a little bit, and I was unhooking some stuff. We were trying to find the right angle, and you went down the hills to try and get a better angle, and I went a little up to the side to look back in. Mm-hmm. And you came back, and I was like, hey, come here and look in this way. Then what?
And then I glassed the far mountains. There's like, little ridges in between. And I glassed like the ridge in the middle in between this mountain and the far mountain over there. And immediately saw an animal. Couldn't tell what it was because it's kind of far. And I looked and I could see like very dark legs and then the bright body. And I was like, that looks like an elk. And Nathan's like, I think it's a cow. And I was like, let me go get
we know there's cows down there.
Yeah,
there's
quite a few moo cows around here. So I was like, let's go get the spotter. So I went and got the spotter, found her and looked through, and it's a cow elk. I am for sure it's a cow elk. So that was really exciting. And then while I was focusing on her, Nathan decided to glass more up the mountain way into a clearing. And he's like, there's more elk, and they're probably a little closer too. And I put the spotter on them. There's 2 elk. I'm like, yeah, there's 2 elk. That's crazy, and they're cow elk. And then 2 more pop into, I think 3 more pop into the field, and we're like, cool, that's cool. And I'm trying to settle in, and Nathan's like, we gotta go because a storm is rolling through.
Yeah, so there was lightning when we got here. We could see lightning off in the distance.
Yeah.
Like way out. But these storms that we've been through a couple storms up here in the past 3 days.
3 days.
And so like they roll in fast. And so lightning was starting to strike to the next ridge closer to us. And I was starting to feel raindrops. I'm like, we gotta get in the truck because it's gonna start pouring here in a second.
Yeah.
And also it's gonna get late. So we can't go after them.
No.
Because
there's no way.
There's no way we could do it in time.
No.
Or, yeah. So, we just got in the truck. And looks like
it just died down,
most of the storm is kind of blown over. It stopped raining.
Yeah.
But
it started pouring down. We got in the truck just in time. I think we were maybe able to look at the elk for maybe 5 minutes, if that.
Yeah, like 5-10 minutes max, maybe.
Yeah.
You ran down and grabbed your spotter pretty quick, and it was about 50 yards up the hill, I think.
Yeah, so we've been rained in the last couple days, kind of. We've had the evenings to kind of do stuff.
But
finally spotted some elk, so that's why I'm happy. I'm just happy to see elk.
And what did we see when we were driving here on the first night?
Oh, we saw a mountain lion. We were just driving on the paved road up to here, and I was dozing off, and Nathan's like, "There's a freaking mountain lion!" And I look, and there's a mountain lion jumping across the road.
It was like almost midnight, dark out, and there was like, it looked like a coyote for a second. Then I saw it, so I'm like, "That ain't no mountain." I'm like, "That ain't no coyote." And it just kind of looked at me weird, turned around and trotted off. Mountain lion.
Yeah, that's one of my highlights. I've never seen a mountain lion before. I don't think I've ever seen a mountain lion before. So
not in the wild.
not in the wild, definitely. So that was crazy. And then we've seen tons of mule deer, like a lot. A lot.
Yeah, lots of mule deer, way up, just everywhere. Monkey saw one driving up today. It was right by the road, just chilling.
Yeah, like 10 feet off the road, and just looked at us as we drove by.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Good morning. It is September 4th, and it is cold. I have an ultimate freaking breakfast for hunting. Bagels and cream cheese. Gotta get the freaking mixed berry. If you look over there, you see those mountains over there? They're freaking covered in snow. And it snowed last night. Whoops, sorry, let me zoom out. There's snow here. There was ice just a second ago, but it melted. I mean, it's not that bad right now, especially with the sun out, but like, holy freak. It's just, anyway, ultimate freaking breakfast, especially for hunting, so freaking good. So, I'm gonna try to find those elk and maybe make a move on them today. So, alrighty, I'm headed down to Glass. It's snowing. It's kind of snowing right now. Flip. That's how cold it is on September 4th. Almost to my glassing spot. I'm gonna be extra quiet. It's cold. Alright, bye. I'm at my glassing spot. We made it to the top. Sheesh. Just getting to the peak of this mountain. It's pretty windy. The wind is like freezing cold. My hands is like frozen right now. I'm in a short sleeve. Holy crap. I feel like I'm getting a brain freeze. Whew. Okay. I think this right here is the highest point. It is extremely cold, so I'm already gonna head back and put a jacket on. I'm all dried off from that hike. So, sheesh. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my freaking nose is just running away and I gotta catch it. So, probably can hear how windy it is too. It's actually not horrible right now. Anyways, farewell. Welcome back. Just saying, when you're on this side of the mountain, the wind is blowing. You can tell I'm about to fly away with this freaking jacket. No wind. No wind. What the heck? It's like blue. Just starting to hike down to where another spot I want to glass, just a couple 100 yards down this mountain a little bit. Not like down, like not like going like straight down the mountain, but like down the ridge. And it's a little windy. Dude, I love it out here though. It's like, it's really cool. Didn't glass up anything but moo-moos and birds. But so freaking cool. Just experience is amazing. Like, this is so freaking, I can't explain. It's so freaking fun. I wish I could do this all the time, every year. Which, I mean, I go hunting every year, but like, this area is just different. It's so cool. I don't know how to explain it. Even though, like, we haven't had any stalks, anything. We've seen a few elk. Not today, but seeing tons of mule deer. Is that the sun behind me? That is. I'll face it this way. I'm seeing a bunch of elk. No, not a bunch of elk. We're seeing a few elk, but a bunch of mule deer. It's just, this experience is amazing. I love this. I love filming this. I love doing this. I've had a blast this whole time. So, yeah. Ooh, it's cold. Just found a bull elk. Maybe 200 inches, just a small bull. But, you know, I'll take anything. He's in a burn. I don't know how far away, but he's really far away and in a really tough spot. So that's cool. I just wanted to spot some elk. So that's a plus. It's about 7 o'clock. So I'm saying so a lot. Yeah. Finally spotted an elk. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. Just because I saw an elk. Like, that's all I came out here to do, really, was just see an elk. I mean, I know I really need to get some meat in the freezer, but you know what? I'm just happy to freaking see elk. So I'll try to update if I see anything else. Alright. I'm hiking out. I'm too cold. I'm way too cold. My hands are so freaking cold. I saw that one elk and that's it. It's time to get out of here. Cold. But anyways, eventful night. Saw one bull elk. That's good. Alright. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Whew. Alrighty. Dinner time. We have got sandwich. Not super hungry. I had a lot of snacks today. On a sandwich is just I think it's, I don't remember what the meat is actually, but it's good. Then I got cheese, and then I put a little extra cheese on there because it's a little extra cold today, so gotta do a little extra cheese. And then sandwich, Pringles, Izzy, the Clementine. Oops. Okay. Anyways, dinner of champions. Good morning. Just hiking into my glassing spot, and tons of fog. It's supposed to be completely sunny today, but we'll see. There's just like tons of fog, and all you can see is just freaking fog. So it is whatever. Hopefully when the sun comes up it makes all this fog go away. Alrighty, so I didn't film anything that happened this morning, but actually I'm gonna talk a little quieter. I was hiking up to my glassing spot, like literally like a few minutes from the last time I videoed. I got to my glassing spot, and right as I like set my pack down, I just heard rocks rolling down the freaking mountain, and I was like, what the heck? I can hear hoofs running, and I'm like, oh shoot. And I can hear cows calling, you know, elk cows calling. So I try to set up. I go down the mountain a little bit. The wind was going up the mountain, like right at first light, and I was like, what the I was like, I'll take it because they were below me. So I kind of like move down a little bit, get in position, cow call. I can hear one of them, at least one of them came back. And then all of a sudden it went silent. I couldn't hear them anymore. I was like, what the heck? And I checked the wind, and the wind had switched right to the freaking elk. Not like anything, like it didn't like, wasn't blowing at them, but it was just like, it was like kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but it just started barely breeze. It's like a little breeze that way. So later on, I could hear them running down the mountain again, like further down the mountain. I tried to go after them very quietly and stealthily. Never could catch up with them. Never did see them again. Actually, I never did even see them because it was so foggy this morning. And then my brother, who's on a different mountain, he was 20 yards from his bow. He was like on his phone, probably like looking at Onyx or something, and he hears its stick crack and he looks, and there's freaking elk 50 yards away from him, some cows and 2 bulls. So he was able to get to his bow without them spooking completely, but then the cows didn't like it and they scooted, so the bulls followed. So I haven't seen or heard anything since, so I'm just gonna pack up and we're gonna regroup back at camp. Alrighty, me and Nathan here, just on top of almost on top of a mountain. I'm about to head out for about 3 days, unless I kill an elk before then. Yeah, so I've got my pack full of stuff. It's not super heavy, but it's full. Got my bow, sleeping bag, bugle, thingamabob that does the job, pad. Yeah, so that's my get up. Simple Kelty trekking pole. Nothing fancy or bougie. Just the minimum. Nathan's gonna stay here, and at least for today. And then hopefully
It's about 3:30 almost.
Yeah. So hopefully, yeah, it's about 3:30, isn't it? So hopefully we get an elk on the ground. I want elk tenderloin and backstrap. That's all I'm thinking about.
If we shoot an elk, we'll make a little campfire and we'll have like some
Tenderloin. Yeah. Ugh. All right. So don't know when I'll turn the camera back on. Hopefully I'll have something down when I turn the camera on next. So
big old grouse.
Big old grouse.
Biggest grouse.
Big grouse. Anyways, alrighty. I am on my way. I haven't been hiking for long. I just wanted to kind of show you how my system works, even though it's not a great system. This backpack is more for like a day pack, hauling out meat. It's not really meant for camping, but I camp in it, so it is. There you go. Alrighty, I haven't videoed that recent, but last night Got close to some elk. Got the closest to a bull elk. Couldn't get anything done. I ain't even getting range. And then, woke up today. Elk bugling around me. And, hiked up. Waited till opening light. Cow called a little bit. Some elk responded, but they didn't want to come in. So I went up the mountain to go find some. Because the one bull was like bugling like 300 yards away. I think it was like 300 yards away. Went after him. Went up and up where I thought they were supposed to be. They weren't there. I was like, what the flip? So I take my mask down. Start like going up, and literally like a minute or two later, I hear elk starting to run. And then I look, and there's two elk just standing there. And one barks at me like twice. And I cow call. Well, I hold still, and I cow call. And then all of a sudden one starts coming back. I'm like, all right, here we go. It comes into about 30 yards. And then it's a little spike, like barely a spike. I can't, it's the only elk I can't shoot with a spike. Like, holy crap. The only elk that came into range was one elk I can't shoot. So, that's disappointing. Then I went and chased after some more elk. Never could get in range. Now I've got to hike back. And I did that. It's about like 9, almost 9:30. And I have no water because I was going light. I didn't realize I was gonna come all the way up here. So I'm freaking tired. That's it for now. Just going back to camp. Need to get some water and food because I didn't eat dinner last night. Alrighty. Just got done with that hike. It's currently 10:30 just about. It's a really good hike. Saw a bunch of elk, a lot of elk. Just having some chili mac with beef for lunch because I didn't eat breakfast last night. And that big hike today has made me really hungry. So this is really hot. Yeah. I don't know if I've had chili mac with beef before. You can't even see. There we go. Beef. Honey stinger waffle. I already crushed one of those, but I'm starving, so. It's so freaking good. I don't know if it's because I'm so hungry or what. That's so good. That's so freaking good. Alright, well, I'm going to keep listening to Elk Talk by Randy Newberg and Corey Jacobson. Alrighty, I'm back at camp. It's only like 9:30 almost, and I'm already back at camp. I could say this morning did not go well, or I could say it went pretty well. So I went up this morning, got up at 4:30. Was really tired from yesterday, but I got up anyways. Luckily Nathan was there to get me up. Got up, hiked up to where I wanted to be. There's usually elk there like every morning, every night. They weren't there last night, but I figured they'd be there this morning. It was colder than I thought it was going to be, and got really cold all morning long. Nothing came in. Sun came up. I was like, right, thermals are starting to go up. I'm going to move up the hill. Mountain, actually. and move up the mountain. And sit there. I have one of those honey stinger waffles. And then right after I'm done having that, I hear some twigs snapping and a cow call. I was like, shoot, I wasn't ready. I mean, I kind of was. So I didn't know where it came from. I thought it came from in front of me where I was facing. And so I heard him knocked an arrow into my bow. And then I went to like slowly stand up to see if I could see them below me, because that's where I thought they were going to come from. And all of a sudden I hear them bust right behind me. And I was like, shoot. Like, I froze my butt off all morning long. And I just busted them before they could even come in. And I was like, you know what? Let's see if I can catch up to them. Because they weren't like super spooked, apparently. Like, I heard them kind of go over there and like stop. So I go up the trail. There's a elk trail or animal trail. I'm walking up slowly, carefully, cautious. And all of a sudden I see cow elk. I'm like, okay, I gotta stop where I am. And all of a sudden there's a bunch of them. Bunch of cow elk. So I stop there. And now I am in the shade. On the side of the mountain where there's shade. Wind is going down, but it's perfect. I'm on the same side. I'm at the same level with them. But it's cold. Really cold. My fingers were already cold. Then just the adrenaline from seeing the elk. It's just, I started shaking real bad. They're about 100 yards away. They got into 70. And then a little spike got into 60 yards. And there was these 3 cow elk, a mom and her 2 babies, coming right at me up the trail. I'm gonna get a frontal shot on the bigger cow elk. And it's about 15-20 minutes. I'm sitting there, and I've gotten really cold. I'm now just shaking just because I'm cold, not because of adrenaline. And they're coming in. They're about 10 yards away. They're behind a tree. And I didn't draw my bow. And all of a sudden, because the smaller elk were in the front and I wanted the bigger one, the bigger cow elk, she was behind him, and all of a sudden she's popped up right in front of me about 7 yards away. I go to draw my bow, and I can't. I was apparently so cold and my joints are so stiff that couldn't draw my bow. I've never had a problem drawing my bow, but couldn't. So she came within about 7 yards, and I tried to draw again. Didn't work. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to make extra movement to get this drawn. I do that, and right as I come to full draw, she sees me, spooks. The whole herd like runs away, except some of them stop at like 120 yards. I eventually was able to sneak in again within about 60 yards, but there's so many trees and such that was not able to get in close enough, and then I just spooked them again, and they're gone. So, you know, you might be like, oh, it's a cow elk. I mean, it's just a cow elk, but, you know, I've never killed an elk before. I've always wanted to kill elk. I don't care if it's a bull or a cow. I just want the meat, to be honest. They are extremely delicious. I mean, I need it for the meat. It's for the family. Like, we need meat. Our freezers are getting low. So, kind of disappointed. Tried really hard. Froze my butt off. Studied all summer long. Been trying this hunt. Been hiking all over. I mean, it's not over. I mean, it could still happen, but it's still just disappointing. Yeah. So now, my brother came down with me the next day. Sorry, backtrack now. My brother is now down here in the bottom with me. He hiked all the way down the mountain. It was really tough. And now I'm going to leave him here, and I'm going to go hike up the other side and camp there, if that makes sense. But it's going to be a tough hike, but I'm just bummed. So that's it. Shot one. Not a great shot. Lots of blood though. I don't like that shot at all. There's a lot of blood. A lot of blood. But I still don't like the shot. It's totally different when the elk is right there. It's hard to focus. I feel kind of sick. She bedded immediately. I tried to get another shot off on her, but I couldn't. Alrighty. I'm gonna look for blood. Try to find where she was standing. Also gotta try to find my arrow. I'm pretty sure it's a straight pass through. I saw blood on both sides. I know there's blood down there. But I just want to see what I can find right here. I mean, thank you, Lord. Always praise the Lord. I just, whenever it's not a good shot, you don't feel good. I'm gonna see if I can find that blood and then work my way back. It's hard to be positive. I mean, she bedded immediately. Like she went like maybe 80 yards and then bedded. Okay. I don't think this is not where she was bedded. Look how much blood that is. That is not where she was bedded. There's just tons of blood. Okay. Need to mark this on Onyx. Yeah, just hold your horses. Just found my arrow. Hold on. Straight pass through into the mud. Blood. I'll tell you what though, these G5s. Hey, if G5 ever watches this, freaking sponsor me though. They're still really sharp too. I gotta. Nathan! I found her! I found her! What? Yeah, I'm right next to her. Over here. This is crazy. Ow. Can you see me? Right here. Oh my gosh, thank the freaking Lord. Like, no freaking way.
No freaking way.
Oh my gosh, we got it.
We did it.
We did it. No way, she's been dead for a hot second, I think, too. We did it, though.
It smelled like elk.
We did it.
No freaking way.
We did
Let's
it.
go.
Oh my gosh, I can't. I was about like. That would haunt me for the rest of my life if
I give up too. No.
And I said, this is my last ditch effort. I was like, let me just go walk over here and just. I walked up
it
above.
Smelled elky.
Yeah, I walked up above and I'm like, all right, I don't think she went this high. I'm gonna walk down. Took like 5 steps down and she was right there. She's bleeding from right here. Did I hit her again? Or
she has an exit entry there, and then she has a hit here.
did I actually hit her again though?
So this is, I think, a graze.
That's the first one. No, that's not a graze. Wait. Huh?
It looks like a graze shot.
It shouldn't be.
Let's go.
I'm confused, but like, no flipping way. Yeah, she's been dead for a while. Okay. That's crazy. We freaking did it.
No freaking way, dude.
We did it.
No freaking way.
Dude.
Yes. Let's go.
Maybe that's the second shot. I graced her with the second shot.
I can't fucking believe it.
I don't understand.
Without any blood.
I just took a random guess. I'm like, this was literally like my last walk over here. I'm like, this is it. If I don't find her on this, which I was like 99% sure I wasn't gonna find her. You know, that was it.
I was saying, like, that was the strongest elk smell I'd ever
I
heard
know.
since I've been here. I'm like, that is super elky.
I could smell it too.
You said she's not the biggest. She's still decent size.
She's still big enough. We're still gonna get back straps and tenderloins off of her.
You don't have the game bags, do you?
I do.
Oh, you do?
I do have
Let's
to.
go.
I do. I can't.
Rolling.
Alrighty. So we've got the first elk down with the bow in our family. My first elk. I've been hunting with a rifle for 3 years, and I killed an elk with a bow. How stupid is that? I mean, last night it was like 6 o'clock. I started hearing a bullet bugle. I felt like I could hear elk below me, so I cow call a little bit. The bull comes a little closer, so I bugle and cow call, and I'm videoing while doing it. And then I pause the video, and right as I play it again, I look up, and there's cow elk heads pop up. I'm like, shoot! Luckily, I'm ready, and I saw them first, and they start walking right at me. And so I was like, oh no. She comes within about 15 yards. She turns broadside. I draw. I shoot way too quickly, make a bad shot. Tried to track her last night. Couldn't find her. Then Nathan came and helped me today, and we were about to give up.
How far were we tracking her? It was over 1,000 yards.
At least 1,000 yards, if not more.
If not more. And it was little, teeny drops of blood.
Yeah, like.
And
like,
Monkey would spot most of them.
I'd spot like the micro.
Yeah. And then like we just mark it and keep going until we got to these little flaky aspens.
Yeah.
And then we lost blood.
And I was like, I'd gone back to last blood, and I was gonna be done.
And me and Monkey were both like, elk is really strong smelling.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? While Nathan looks at last blood, I'm just gonna take one last ditch effort and look through this stuff, because this stuff is thick. Like, how are you supposed to find an elk through here?
Like, look how thick this is. It's super thick. It's like taller than us.
Yeah. And so I go up there, and I'm like, I doubt she went that high. So I could take like 5-10 steps down, and look, and here she is. She's laying right here. Like, that is like, thank the Lord. For, like,
Yeah, big facts.
For like, there's that. I mean, I've been praying since I've made this shot. Like, I've just been praying. I'm like, please help me find this elk, because that's gonna haunt me forever if I don't find her.
Let's go, Monkey. Shout out to Mom for really helping get everything together and backing us up on letting us go on this hunt.
Yep.
Thanks to Kyle for letting us use his truck. It's been awesome.
It's been a lifesaver.
It's made life so easy, and we've been able to get so many places.
Thanks for Ethan for helping buy the truck.
Yes, for helping Kyle out and getting his truck.
Yeah. And big, huge thanks to Nathan, who's behind the camera, for helping me and being super positive through this whole thing and listening to me. I mean, you've been like, this whole time, you've been like, well, what do you want to do? And I'm like, well, what do you want to do? You're like, I don't know. You're the one that knows how to do this. And I'm like, not really. Shout out to Randy Newberg.
Randy Newberg, let's go, for helping us and teaching us so
And
much.
Corey Jacobson to help me so I can call. So
Yeah.
I know how to call.
Monkey knew how to call. Yeah,
Because of Corey Jacobson.
Yeah, Corey Jacobson's been a helpful call, and Randy Newberg's been a big influence in us getting into.
I've been listening to him. I've been watching his videos all summer long. Like, just
Big influence in us wanting to get into out west hunting more, learn more, and do more, and just make us better hunters.
yeah, for real.
So, yeah. Anything else to say, Monks?
I don't really think so.
It's gonna be a haul out.
Yeah. she's already kind of stinky, so. But I think that's because of the shot I made.
Yeah. All right.
We better get to work.
Till next time.
Yeah.
Later, folks.
Okay. Here's a good meat. All the good stuff is in that one. Like really good stuff. And here's another leg. Already got a bag up. I gotta grab this now because I can't get back down. Can't get back up again. If I trip, I'm toast. I should have trained legs more. Okay, this meat is extremely heavy. It's just one step at a time. I'm at the home stretch for dropping it and then going back and grabbing more gear. Okay, we're still not even close to the vehicle. I gotta get this meat out of that area. I'm gonna get it by a water hole. Get some nice cool breeze and cool off a little bit more. Ooh, I hope I have good hops after this. Probably not because I'm going extremely slow. Like I said, it's just one step after the other. If I fall, I'm donezo. Much serious. If I fall, I could go to the hospital. But I'm almost there. Hey. Alrighty. So we got the meat on top of the ridge up by the water hole. And now it's time to get to Nathan's camp. I'm just dropping stuff off at my camp. So I can carry more meat. His camp is down in the bottom. But tomorrow we have got to hike it up there. Up there. Alrighty. I now have 3 bags of meat and Nathan's bow. Just had to climb to like almost 10,000 feet. And now I gotta go down that. May not look that bad on camera, but I'm telling you, it's not fun. Anyways, once I get down this, I can set the meat down. Hooray. Alrighty, so it's about 8:30ish, I think. 8:40.
And about to hike out 2 bags of meat. I have about 1,500 feet elevation climb. I should face it this way. It's gonna suck, but you gotta do what you gotta do to freaking get the meat out. Last load of meat, and it is freaking heavy. But it's just what it is. Once I get it out, it'll be out. So this is gonna suck. I'm actually gonna have to go uphill. So yay.
Found this piece of antler while I was walking up packing meat. So, in homage to Randy Newberg, goes up in the tree. Because I guess it brings you good luck.
So it's next week. Got that elk packed out. Now we came back out here, and I'm back trying to fill my bull tag. So hopefully we can get that done. We have about 4 days to get it done. So all right, so it's sunny right now, kind of, and I'm getting like rained on, plus slash like sleet or something. It's like not cold at all, but it is what it is. Got my backpack covered. There's nowhere to get out of the rain because all the trees don't have leaves. So alrighty, so I packed up camp and I'm moving to a new location. Got all my gear, and I was like over there on that mountaintop. I'm now moving that way. I'm now moving west. Actually, there's more southward, I think. So alrighty, just got camp set up. Yep. And it's a decent hike. It was just like over 2.3 miles. Spooked some elk coming in. I only saw cows, but I get a great look. Yeah, hopefully we get something. I kind of hope I get some tonight, because tomorrow and I think Thursday it's supposed to rain, I think. So yay, so happy about that. Alrighty guys, I just found water. I needed to refuel. I thought I was gonna have to hike like another mile down this mountain to this lake, and I don't know if you can hear that, but I found a stream like kind of below camp. It's not too far away from camp. It's gonna be a freaking hard hike out. If you can see that terrain, it's just kind of straight up. What? This is gonna be way nicer if I can just, well, not if, I am gonna get water from this. Look at that. Oh my gosh, how beautiful is that? Let's get down here. Look at this mountain water. Oh my gosh, does it get any better than that? it is now sleeting on me. And I think it's supposed to be like this for the next 2 days, which is all we've got to hunt. So I've got to get out of here. It's yeah. Alrighty, so I made it back to my tent. It's a gnarly storm that has came through. That's not a bad one. I'm assuming that's the end of the hunt. Yeah, so that's that. I guess when I get the chance, I'm gonna pack up and go back to the truck, which is probably tomorrow, because I don't want to try today to get back to the truck. So, but so far we're good. Yeah. So I guess I'll let you know if I get back to the truck. Alrighty. I have made it back actually to the truck today. There was a break in the weather, so was able to actually make it back to the truck today. No, I still am gonna glass tonight and tomorrow, and then maybe Friday morning. So I think I'm done. Alrighty, so that is the end of the hunt. We ended about a day early. Weather started rolling through, and it got cold and rainy, and it's supposed to rain more today, and that just makes life a little bit more miserable. We're both tired, kind of worn out, a little bit of pain. But we got one elk down. That was the goal. We have meat in the freezer. We're about to head home. So thanks for watching. If anyone watched, cool. Thank you to Randy Newberg, Corey Jacobson, and Bo Beatty. All great inspirations, and don't know if I would be out here if I hadn't watched them as much as if I had. Or I don't think I would have killed the elk if I had watched them as much as I had. So if you have watched, thank you for watching, and I guess see you next time.